Well, thank you for joining us on the noon show. We have meteorologist Nathan Scott out there in the THV 11 weather garden. Nathan, it's turning into a beautiful day. I wish I was out there with you.
I wish you were out here as well, Jurnee, because it is lovely out here in THV 11 weather garden. A little bit on the breezy side, but I guess you could say it's a little bit like sweater weather, at least in the shade. Temperatures right now, after starting off the day into the 40s, have warmed up into the low to mid 60s. Here's visible satellite view. There's not a cloud in the sky here in central Arkansas. A few clouds into northeast Arkansas. Temperatures a little bit cooler in that part of the state, where we got a 59-degree reading in Jonesboro. There's those winds I'm talking about. They are on the breezy side, coming in from the north-northwest, about 10 to as high as 20 miles per hour. So that does add a little chill to the air if you're in the shade. Here's what you can expect throughout the day. Abundant sunshine. Temperatures getting close to 70 degrees, but once that sun goes below the horizon, those temperatures will quickly fall into the 50s, probably by 8 or 9 o'clock. Highs today, around 70 degrees. Tonight, it will be chilly for the start of your Friday. We're dropping down into the 30s in many areas. I'll have more in your forecast coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. Well, this afternoon, THV 11 is in the midst of an ongoing telethon for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Arkansas, hoping to get your help in improving the lives of children. We're checking in with meteorologist Tracy Bean, who's right above me in the THV 11 News conference room. Tracy, how's it going with the telethon?
Well, hello, Jurnee. It is going fantastic. We've had a great time today, and you can also help us with Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Central Arkansas and donate. We're going to show you how to do that here in just a little bit, but first I want to introduce you to Jacqueline Bledsoe. Her son, Jesus, is in the program. So tell me just a little bit about how the program has impacted your son.
Well, it's helped him on a social level of being able to deal with other people, and he's met a lot of little kids that were in the situation that he was in that needed someone.
Yeah, and that relationship that he has with his big, who is Will,
Right.
you can just see that grow, and they have a genuine connection, and you said that you just love to see it.
I love it. I love Will too as well. He's been great for my son. He's been good.
That's amazing. Well, it's really cool to get a perspective from the parent, especially how that impacts the kids. So coming up in a few minutes, I've got someone you may recognize here. Craig O'Neill is joining us here at the phone banks. Again, you can go ahead and take the graphics here and go ahead and show you exactly where we can look, and you can donate from the QR codes that we have, and also these phone numbers that are scrolling below. So we are going to go ahead and answer these phones. Go ahead and call in. You may be able to talk to Craig. We also have Rolly and Faith here as well, and we can't wait to see exactly how the day ends.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Well, new this afternoon, our team has learned more on resources that will soon be used for assisting those on the path to better health. Just hours ago, Attorney General Tim Griffin shared that up to $1 million from the state opioid settlement funds will pour into the Arkansas Specialty Courts program. According to the AG, those courts are vital to people recovering from drug abuse and any other form of health restoration. Now, in a statement sent to our newsroom, Griffin points toward ensuring the funds help those who need it most by providing, quote, critical services such as transitional housing for participants, mental health treatment, and substance abuse recovery, end quote. Well, this top hour will also following more developments regarding a collaborative summit centered around childcare. The group Excel by 8 just wrapped up their third annual Foundations Collaborative. Their primary focus was to share why expanding childcare is key to creating a strong workforce. Leaders with Excel are hoping businesses can help achieve that by providing the needed support.
It really comes down to the recruitment and retention of workforce. And what that means is that we've got to get people back to work. And so one way to do that is to make sure that families are stable. And one way to do that is to make sure that childcare is accessible and affordable to them.
Our team is working to learn how parents are navigating through the need for affordable care for their children. And we will have those stories soon on THV 11. In your noon developments, the Republican Party has nearly ceased total control of U.S. Congress, with members representing Arkansas soon stepping into leadership roles. Joining recently elected Senate Majority Leader John Thune is Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton. Cotton will be third in line for leading the majority. The U.S. Senator recently took to social media sharing his commitment to enabling the agenda for the next administration. Meanwhile, positions are still being filled for the incoming presidential cabinet. Nicole Skanga has more on the president-elect's latest pick for Attorney General.
House Republicans who gave President-elect Donald Trump a standing ovation Wednesday sound less enthused about his Attorney General pick, former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz.
Well, Todd, if you don't have anything good to say very little.
The president is smart enough and his team is smart enough to know that Mr. Gaetz will never get confirmed by the Senate whatsoever.
Until recently, Gaetz was the subject of a Department of Justice sex trafficking investigation, the department he's now been tapped to lead.
I won't be extorted by former DOJ officials.
DOJ declined to bring charges and close the case in 2023, but a House ethics investigation continued. Multiple sources tell CBS News 4 women have alleged they were paid to go to parties attended by Gaetz that included sex and drugs. The committee has Venmo transactions that allegedly show Gaetz's payments for the women. Gaetz has denied all wrongdoing. Gaetz resigned Wednesday night after Trump said he planned to nominate him for Attorney General, potentially putting a stop to the House ethics probe because the committee doesn't typically investigate members once they leave. Thursday, Democrat Dick Durbin, chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, called for the House Ethics Panel to share its findings, while some Senate Republicans are backing Trump's choice.
My presumption is to support all the president's nominees.
Along with Gaetz, Trump announced Wednesday he wants Florida Senator Marco Rubio for Secretary of State and Democrat-turned-Republican Tulsi Gabbard as Director of National Intelligence. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Over the past 2 days, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission has dropped over 600,000 pounds of gravel onto the currently drained Lake Conway. Nicholas Phelps with AGFC says using a helicopter was the best option to avoid maneuvering around the trees and getting equipment stuck. When all the gravel is dropped, teams will go out and spread it. And once the gravel habitats are established, they should take care of themselves.
This gravel is a pretty particular specific size gravel that's going to benefit several of our sport fish species in the lake in their spawning, in their reproducing. The more these fish use these things, they kind of keep it clean for us. And so year after year after year after year, they stay really viable locations for fish to spawn in if they keep using it.
Well, officials say the Lake Conway project as a whole should be completed by the fall of 2028. Grocery stores are leaning on the future to help fulfill demand. We tell you how at 12:18.
And this time next week, we could be talking about a freeze happening for the morning hours. You see that freeze possibility going up, especially by Thursday morning, as colder air will be arriving. I'll let you know when it gets here and how chilly it will be coming up.